There are many reasons why financial literacy is important. From learning how to earn money, manage money, and invest money, being financially literate means that you have the knowledge of how to handle money properly, which is important in today's time.
Financial literacy can cover a lot of topics, but one of the most important ones is saving. Saving money can help you achieve any financial goal, whether it's for prom, a school trip, or even post-secondary studies. Putting money aside can help you get there. I mean, it's just saving the money and not using it, so it seems easy enough, right?
It does, but unfortunately, if you're like most people, you may not save as much as you should be, or you may not even save at all. This can lead to overspending when buying costly items, or even debt.
But don't worry, friends, we have a couple of quick tips that can help you start saving right now and avoid debt in the future.
Tip number 1. Use a savings account.
To make saving up a little easier on yourself, you may want to consider opening a savings account from your bank. Now, there's a couple savings accounts you could actually choose from. So while picking one, you should ask yourself the following question. Question number 1. How much money are you going to keep in this account? Question number 2. How often will you withdraw money from this account? And question number 3. How long are you going to actually keep this account? Since we're all students here, chances are we would be able to have access to most of the savings accounts that are out there. However, some of the savings accounts we are able to have include a basic savings account and a student savings account, both of which have very few restrictions on access to your money and rarely have any penalties or fees, which is great because that means the bank is actually not taking money out of your account.
Tip number 2. Start saving as early as possible.
Starting your savings plan, it'd be pretty smart to start right now. I mean, I know what you're thinking. We're young. Who cares about saving? Why start right now when we can start a little later? But there's a thing called interest, and it'll help us out, because it allows our money to grow when it's just sitting there in that account. Let's take a look at some examples.
Say you put $100 in the savings account that paid you 6% simple interest. You would earn $6 in interest over the first year, and at the end of 2 years, you would earn $12. Basically, your account would grow at the rate of $6 per year.
Not enough for you? There's also something called compound interest. If you had $100 in a savings account that paid 6% interest, compounded annually, the first year you would earn $6 in interest. With compound interest the second year, you would earn $6.36 in interest. And by the end of the second year, you would have earned $12.36 in total interest.
That being said, here's tip number 3. Make saving a priority.
You know, you'd be more likely to save more money if saving was one of your priorities. So, sit down and figure out what you want to save money for. Then, figure out how much it'll cost you. Once you come up with that, make your plan.
Most successful savings plans include a timeline for when you'd like to reach your goal and a schedule. The schedule would be set by dividing your goal, meaning the amount you'd want to save, and the number of weeks, months, or pay periods between now and your goal date.
By having those two tools in your savings plan, you'll be set up to start saving successfully. But always be careful about that savings plan, and treat it like it's your phone bill or any must-pay expense that you have, just to make sure that that savings account is only going up and up.
And on to the last one. Tip number 4. Find money to save.
Let's be real. Whether or not we have a job, we're always going to find different ways to spend our money. Whether it's on an after-school snack or even just hanging out with our friends. We don't realize the amount of money we spend, which is the reason why it's so important to keep a track of where your money is going, so that you can find more money to save. Here are some ways you can ease up on your spending.
Keep track of everything you spend your money on for at least a week and reflect on it. You may be surprised about what you're buying, or even the amount you spend as a whole.
Buy stuff with cash. It will help you stick to your budget and avoid impulse buying. And lastly, pack a lunch. Buying lunch every so often isn't a bad thing, but if you buy a lunch every day, the cost could add.
All these tips will help us save up for that New York City trip we've been looking forward to. And the best way to get there is using our personal favorite, Porter Airlines. Yay! Woohoo!
There we have it. Those are our quick tips to help you start saving more successfully.
Hopefully, you guys can apply them to the way you save.